we're going to be talking about My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Now, I have to call it Friendship is Magic because that's the differentiation between what's now and then, right?
Right.
And so we have our own resident brony, the director of our show, one of them, Mars, is here. There's also a phone number you can see right there if you want to call in, if you have brony questions as well, because I found it really disturbing at first. I think I told you that. When you first told me you were brony, I was like, okay, and I didn't really understand. So for those who don't understand, and I've come across quite a few, what exactly is a brony and a Pegasister?
Well, same thing, basically. Pegasisters sometimes are what are female bronies. Not all female bronies call themselves Pegasisters. Sometimes they're just bronies. Really, just call yourself whatever you want. But you like cartoons, right?
Yes.
We've grown up in a generation that likes and appreciates good cartoons. Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab, Looney Tunes, all the good ones, right? Well, My Little Pony was rebooted or Hasbro went and decided, hey, we're going to reboot this old My Little Pony. They didn't intend for it to become the cultural phenomenon that it did, but they went and talked to someone named Lauren Faust, who is a veteran in the industry. She's worked on Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab. She worked on Iron Giant. She was a character animator on Cats Don't Dance. So she's...
Not a good movie.
You know, the movie wasn't great, but I thought the animation was pretty darn good in that one.
It can be, yes.
Anyway, she's got some experience. She's got some chops. And actually, if you've seen Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, the redhead Frankie was actually modeled after Lauren Faust. Anyhow, so they got her on board. They had her do the initial creative things and coming up with the characters and the rules and the story and all that. And so they put it together, and they kind of accidentally made it really good. And Lauren has said that she wanted to put together a show that parents wouldn't, tear their hair out while they're watching it.
How do you accidentally make something good? You know it's going to be good or not when you start making it. I mean,
fair enough. They tried very hard to make it good and make it something that the parents wouldn't want to kill themselves watching with their kids. But
which I respect that, and I like the fact that they made a strong female-based cartoon.
Yeah.
But you bring up all these other ones. There's no Fosterites or Dexter's Labbies or Powerpuff Girl wannabes. No. They were respected and loved in their own, but something has happened with this cartoon that has literally, at my point, just gone off into this entire another world. Because what draws people to this cartoon outside of the fact that they tried to make it really good? I mean, it's really... There's a crazy crackhead one called Pinkie Pie. I mean, she's on some sort of drugs. There's like no guys in this show. And I watched one episode and I was on the phone with them all the time. How do they build houses? Where's all the guys? Why do they work? I mean, what draws people to this show so much?
just watch it. It's just a cartoon. Stop thinking.
Oh, I have
That's
to
your
think,
first mistake.
Simply because, like, you just did this amazing 10 things list of the background ponies. They've gone out of their way for the fans.
Oh,
The
yeah.
background ponies are why it's succeeding, right? All
Yes.
those previous ones you mentioned, Dexter's Lab, et cetera, right? You don't have a highly relatable background cast of characters. What they've done is they've taken a character that you can project yourself onto, they've templatized it, and you've got your primary characters, your primary ponies, and you've got background ponies. And what it does is people project themselves onto it and they start making up names for a DJ character who occurs for 30 seconds. He's already said the character's got 2 different names and they've created backstory. You put a pony in an anthropomorphized position, all of a sudden his favorite piece of fanfic comes out of it. And it's because the ponies are reflected and iterated, much like Pokemon are.
Mm-hmm.
It appeals to that collector, gotta know all of them, individualized personalities representing fractured aspects of yourself kind of thing.
But there's a vast difference in Pokemon, which is geared towards all ages, all genders,
I disagree.
as opposed to My Little Pony, which is geared towards little girls.
I also disagree.
You disagree that My Little Pony is geared towards little girls?
I think that might have been their overt intent, but that type of structure is like crack for boys.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's true.
What do you mean crack for boys? What is it about, what structure?
All right, so you said Pokemon is geared towards boys, right?
It's geared towards everybody.
Right, you're wrong. That is such a freaking sexist cartoon.
I can't tell you how many girls I know who love Pokemon.
It is geared towards everybody.
All right, so anyway, we're not supposed to talk about Pokemon. Let's talk about My
But
Little Pony.
here's
Let's talk about
what I'm
ponies.
saying. you have a show that's geared towards everybody, so it's acceptable. But when you have parents with little girls who love My Little Pony and Google My Little Pony and find the very adult things people are doing with this cartoon, or that little girl goes on the computer to find something, that takes this entire thing into a place it shouldn't have gone because of some background characters.
Well, that happens at every fan base.
Well,
it's a fundamental part of every fan base.
Rule 38 or whatever.
Period. Rule 32. I think.
We're up to however many rules. If it could be done in a very adult way, it's going to be done. However, it's very persuasive in ponies. Like when I tried to find pictures for you, I had to close through some not quite nice things with ponies doing not quite nice things and fleshlights and certain colors. And so, yeah, you think I would have learned after the meme show and I typed in Dirty Harry. That was not fun. Thank you, Clyde. But so is it safe that something that's geared and made for a certain audience has grown up into this other thing? I don't have a problem with the show. I don't have a problem with bronies. I have a problem when they start doing the things that they shouldn't be doing that little girls are going to find on the internet.
That's the internet, though.
Where does everybody go? Everybody goes to the internet to look up anything.
All right, so this is, we can't blame the internet for what's happening to the media of the show, right?
No.
We can point at Hasbro and the animation studio. I don't know the name of the studio, I apologize.
DHX.
All right. My concern is actually with the upcoming My Little Pony movie.
Which I've watched.
Not upcoming. It's already out.
All right, my bad. But they go through some magic portal and they become anthropomorphized, right?
No, they become human. They're already anthropomorphized. They become human.
Right. Sorry.
She goes into the human world.
And apparently there's a different version of the My Little Pony characters in every reality.
Yep.
So she comes through to the human world and there's her friends, conveniently enough, in human form. But continue.
So that's where I think I have concerns about the objectification, turning them into overtly human characters when there's that particular subculture that does scary things.
It's a gateway to pedophilia. That's exactly what I thought when I watched that movie. I was like, how sad. I can already see what's going to happen with this.
But I think that we're also being a little bit unfair because with any subculture, right, you've got people that are, pretty mainstream, and then, they fraction.
Yeah.
I seem to notice a lot of the fringe fraction for this series in particular. Is there any particular reason for that? Like, they even make fleshlights that are colored like the ponies.
Oh, my God.
Yes,
of course
honest to God, they do. Some is like, I deal with no more bronies. The Brony Fan Fair is coming next month, and I have a friend going, and I have a feeling you're going. I'm going to try to take one of the sports guys to go because I introduced him to what bronies were. But some of them are just a little weird. I'm not going to lie.
Have you been to an anime convention?
I don't go to those anymore.
Have you been to a sci-fi convention? Have you been to a comic convention?
Yes, so you get the weird things.
Same thing.
So I've got two quick questions for you, right? First one is, what got you into My Little Pony, and what do you find so appealing? What do you like about it, and how do you express your fandom?
Well, like I said, I've always just been a cartoon fan. I grew up drawing, and part of me kind of wants to learn to animate. I don't think I want to do it for a career. Animation sounds like fun.
Really?
Beat me to it.
Yeah.
Animation sounds like fun.
Animation sounds like fun. I like it. I'm interested in it. I avoided it through all of season 1. I tend not to pick things up, new fandoms, new shows, things like that, until things have been vetted by my friends, and they're like, hey, you should watch this. You shouldn't. Finally, I went, okay, fine. I'm going to watch a couple of episodes, whatever. We'll see what the big deal is. Actually, turned out to be pretty good from someone who is interested in the adult side of not that adult, interested in the professional side of animation and the professional side of animation and the details and all that production. I thought it was actually pretty good. I was surprised. I really like the voice actors. Tara Strong has been in just about everything. She's really good. Tabitha St. Germain, who plays the white one, Rarity, is actually really phenomenal. She's hilarious. She makes all kind of funny improvised noises and things. She's very entertaining and a super nice person, by the way.
Which I'll give you that. It's got an excellent voice cast. It is really well written. The animation, I think I have seen better animation, honestly. I love the style design. But at the same time, it's all pinks, it's all purples. You know what they're gearing it towards. You know who their target audience is.
Of course.
So why would you kind of want to encourage the mass amount of fringe that's going to kind of give your license a somewhat bad name? Did I word that right? You're putting your property in a danger zone with parents.
Well, use the word encourage. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Go ahead,
Use
please.
the word encourage, right? Are they encouraging? I don't think they're encouraging.
Well,
really,
I think they're encouraging the fans with the background characters and things like that. They know their fan base. They are happy with their bronies. They're happy with everybody. But I don't think they're really looking at the downside of that with the people on the outside looking inside going, what the hell's wrong with these people? I think it's fine. You're going to like what you like. I'm not going to judge you on that. But when you start drawing Pinkie Pie, no. There has to be a line drawn somewhere. Because if I had a little girl who Googled picture Pinkie Pie because she wanted to color one, and also the first 15 images are these nasty ones, how do I describe that?
Well, if you don't have Safe Search on when your kids are doing Google searches, then you're a pretty poor parent. That's all I got to say about that.
And now, some of them do come through Safe Search, though.
Some of them, sure.
Work has Safe Search, yet honestly, the sports guys can pull it up in the middle of the show just to try to make each other laugh. So, Safe Search isn't a fail-safe.
So I think we could get into a real long conversation about parenting and safe parenting techniques in the world of the internet. But, no, I lost my thought.
Why would they, in your opinion,
that's the
why
reason.
would they encourage 36-year-old men?
Dump trucks of money.
We have this thing with dump trucks of money, don't we?
It's true. 36-year-old men have money.
Assloads of disposable income.
Yes.
And,
yes.
I mean, you can go 26-year-old men, right? What do you consider the average age of a brony?
I think it's about. I think it's probably 2024, so somewhere around there.
College-age men.
Weren't there different classes?
Teenage, high school to college, some
based
middle school.
on age? Wasn't there different names for them based on age?
No, not really.
Someone told me it was like
bronies
bronies
and
and
Pegasus
something
sisters.
else.
Nah.
Okay,
Your friend's making stuff up. Don't listen to him.
Again?
I'm telling you, it's been one of those days.
Should have seen the last time his friend made something up. It was hilarious.
It was quite funny. So back to the show and the bronies in general. It spawned conventions and massive amounts of merchandise. Like last year, Austin had its first television festival,
right?
And the Hub held a big Saturday morning cartoon thing.
Yep.
And they gave away Transformer stuff for the boys and My Little Pony stuff for the girls. Guess who took all the My Little Pony stuff?
Men between the ages of 20 and 24.
With brony shirts on. And here's why I have a serious problem, because the little girl is sitting there with her mom and dad, wants a blanket, and this brony snatches the last one and walks away.
Did that actually happen?
It actually physically happened.
So that's just
that
rude,
sucks.
right?
Yeah, that's just rude.
And a lot of the bronies outside of you, and I've met a few others, seem to have that mentality of they have to have every little thing. They have to have all the toys. They have to have the Equestria Girls dolls. They have to have everything. And that's taken away from little girls who may actually enjoy the show and want to have something like that. But he told me they don't buy toys because they don't have series accurate hair.
Because they don't what?
Series accurate hair.
Some don't. Not all. Not all. Yeah, unfortunately, with all nerd culture, this is not just ponies.
Yeah.
This is all of them. Unfortunately, we have some nerds who just don't have manners.
They're mean.
Get classy, guys, please. But that's not exclusive to My Little Pony, though. That's a problem with geek culture in general.
In
It's just
general, you
guys
should
who
never
don't
take anything
have
from a kid. Period.
Yeah, don't, guys, please.
So where are bronies going from here? Are they turning Equestria Girls into a cartoon, like a series?
We'll see. I've got some friends who insist that they are. Based on the press releases that I've read, I'm not convinced. We'll find out what they're doing. Right now, we're heading full steam into season 4, which debuts in November.
You have watched Equestria Girls, right?
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
It's kind of entertaining. It's cute.
Was it what you expected?
Yeah, this is about what I expected. You can tell there are certain parts and certain little details if you're looking that you can tell if you notice them. The animators really did have a fun time. Some of them have come out and said that they enjoyed the switch, just kind of refreshing to be able to do something new. One thing that's interesting, most cartoons, characters don't have all 5 fingers. Most normal cartoons, they have 4 fingers. It's easier to animate. Well, in Equestria Girls, they went and gave all of the characters a full 5 fingers, which is pretty impressive. They were trying pretty hard. So,
Did you ever see the show Losing Steam? Do you think it's going to be around forever?
I'm sorry. I thought you were asking if I have seen a show called Losing Steam.
No. Do you think the show is losing steam?
No, I don't. It's been on a pretty long hiatus, so I maybe a little bit of steam, but I think once season 4 kicks up, if it's as good as they're promising, and they're pretty excited about it. The producers online are pretty psyched about the new season, so it might pick up steam actually, but we'll see.
Well, season 4 will be out soon. I'm pretty sure we'll be having a brony party, won't we? With cake and everything.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll probably be having a brony party at his house and asking too many questions. Any last minute thoughts about bronies?
Most of my exposure to bronies has been through the really negative media. So when
It's
I
nice to
first
see a
learned
normal
this,
one,
We're
right?
human beings. Some of us. Some of us.
Normal quotations.
so it's not my place to judge other people's hobbies, right? Just keep it classy.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have no problem with bronies. Just don't be mean about it, and don't go and take it things where it shouldn't go. And by all means, remember, it's for little kids. Honestly.
Don't take it too seriously. I don't. It's fun.
Yeah,
I
you should
enjoy
never
it.
Take anything too seriously.
And as soon as it starts being bad or if it loses steam, I'm not really going to care. It's fun. That's about it.
There you go.
And now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Yo, Joe,